just FYI.
Oh.
Okay, incredible. Supposedly we're live. And you know what? The sound works now, so I feel great about that.
Weird.
I know.
Oh no.
What's up? Why are you saying oh
Guess what
no?
QuickTime Player did?
Square?
Guess what QuickTime Player did?
Time for
Square!
square? Well, it's still the starting
Square
scene
time!
screen. It's still the starting scene screen if you want to just restart it really quick.
It's gonna go back to being a square no matter what I do.
Fake news.
It's gonna be better if it just stays a square instead of doing the weird spazzy thing where it goes, oh, maybe it's a rectangle, maybe it's a square, maybe it's a rectangle, maybe it's a square, before deciding it's a square.
All right. Well, great. I'm so glad we had that conversation caught live on stream. Hello, Internet. We are an hour late because OBS is really difficult to use. Anyways, so should we actually do the thing that we promised we would do on this stream?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think anyone's watching, but yeah.
That's okay.
Let's do it. Oh, that's a cat, by the way.
All right, incredible.
In the
So
background.
basically, the gist is that every week we're going to roll a completely random character, personality, backstory, and stats, and then we're going to make a backstory based on that and do some drawings. Do some drawings. A drawing of
Do
the
some
character
art.
itself and a drawing of the character in a scene. So I'm going to switch over to your drawing screen, and you're going to start drawing this character.
Okay. I don't know how to draw. Oh, should we tell them what it is?
Oh, that's right. Well, I didn't even add it to the frame because I was overwhelmed by how difficult it is to stream. So we are drawing this week a kenku, cleric of the grave, with a background of charlatan, and these are all D&D. This is a D&D character. Let me pull up the stat info. You can just start drawing while I bring this up.
I'm gonna just draw some shapes, and some of them are gonna be good and useful, and some of them are gonna be bad and not useful. Which is, you know, what I expected.
Oh yeah, the stats are real big on screen now.
Oh. For anyone who doesn't know, a kenku is a bird person, but it doesn't have wings, and it does have awful people hands. Just for the record. I just want the record to show that the bird does have awful people hands, and I'm really struggling to figure out the head to torso connection.
You know how if you work out your traps enough, your head and neck become one large mass?
Yeah, it's like a triangle.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah, I guess the thing is that I just don't imagine them being very buff, so it's very funny to me to have like buff bird neck.
But it doesn't need to be a buff bird neck. It's just one solid blob.
Yeah, and then we're gonna try and draw kind of bird legs, I think.
I think they have bird legs. Bold of you to draw legs. I had fully intended on covering it.
With what? Oops.
Scenery?
Listen, you're the one who's supposed to be drawing scenery. I'm just drawing the character.
Okay, you're right.
Is this what bird legs look like? I think that's too many joints.
Which way is your bird supposed to be facing right now?
Here's the beak.
Oh yeah, baby. This is some professional artist shit.
You know I'm a professional artist.
So I got a question for you.
I went to engineering school.
Why the body... The legs are not centered underneath the body, though.
Because this is one leg.
Oh, that's one leg?
Dude.
I thought you were drawing two stick legs.
I can draw stick legs. I think that might actually be better for me, personally.
It might just be easier if you draw stick legs, especially because bird legs are kind of stick legs anyway, right?
They have the little bit of meaty around the thighs.
Oh,
I'm.
gotta gotta have thick
It's
thighs.
been a long morning.
It really hasn't. We're
It's been a
just
long morning.
we're just really stupid. Um,
It's true.
wow, this is
This is
incredible.
also, just so you know, this is just the base of the character. I will go over it with lines later. Oh, I see that it's off-centered because
Don't worry about
square.
it. Don't worry about it. We will fix it next stream. Maybe I should have
Will
started
we?
drawing because mine is correct, but that's all right.
That's okay. I can't draw scenery, so well, I could, but it would be a lot of rectangles. What kind of bird is this, by the way? We
I
should
think
talk about the character a little
yeah, yeah,
bit.
yeah, we should instead of just bitching and moaning about streaming. Okay, so kenkus, I think generally speaking, people have sort of envisioned them as like ravens or crows, some kind of corvid. This sort of like trickstery thing is big with them. A lot of them are rogues because of their sort of increased dex score. That tends to go well with the rogue build. But this one here is a cleric and a charlatan. And because it's a cleric of the grave, I was thinking that maybe like they do have special grave cleric powers, but also that their charlatan ruse is basically just like being a fake medium, doing like seances, ideally for rich people. And that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Especially because one of the kenku features is they have mimicry, which means that they can mimic sounds they've heard, including voices. So I'm wondering if maybe this kenku charlatan, who we've already preemptively named Kendra, kind of insinuates themselves into people's lives, learns about their loved ones, and then if their loved ones pass, they can like quote unquote bring them back from the grave with their mimicry.
I think that would be fun.
It'd be creepy for sure.
It would definitely be creepy. I think one of the funny things is like one of the what is it? The abilities of this grave domain cleric bird
Mm-hmm.
is Eyes of the Grave. And let me read you the text because I think it's fantastic. You gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of the undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life.
An insult to the natural cycle of life. I feel like this cleric kind of feels whatever about it, to be honest with you. It's just like, hey,
Yeah,
this
I
is my
just think
dead
it's
end.
a funny, just like a funny thing that they did.
Maybe they just
Okay,
draw on that energy.
because I'm not a hashtag professional artist, there's going to be about 10 layers of sketching.
That's okay. I don't think it matters. This stream is already unhinged. I'm also
Yeah.
noticing that under Kenku features, there's also this expert forgery feature, which is that you can duplicate other creatures' handiworks, like handwriting and craft work. So they wouldn't even necessarily need to know the person's voice to mimic. They could also just like close your eyes and then like be like, oh, oh, look at this. Look at this. They've written you a note if they have like a sample of the person's handwriting.
Hey, how do you draw a fist? Oh,
Um,
wait, I could just do fingies spread.
that's good. I mean, that's a good cartoon hand, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, and guess what? I'm drawing another layer on top of the hands layer for
Why?
clothes.
Why?
I listen. I cannot express to you how this works. It just does, okay? Or it doesn't. We'll find out. We're gonna get a separate sketch color so I can see the clothes. I feel like red is gonna be too aggressive, but that's normally my sketch color of choice, so I'll choose something else.
Red is fine.
Maybe.
I mean, one of the things that charlatans get as a kind of part of their equipment is a set of fine clothes and a disguise kit. So maybe they have like some nice robes and shit.
I was gonna try and draw a ruffly, like the V-neck ruffly situation.
Oh, that's a choice.
Like this.
I was gonna give them like a cape or something. Oh yeah,
I could do Yeah, but I need to figure out how the V-neck works and also where the head is centered.
Well, I mean, you
Ugh,
gave them a thumb neck, so that's maybe partially on me for suggesting the thumb neck
that's okay. That's too open for a noble, for a fancy
for
fancy
Fancy Boy,
lad, for fancy boy. I
Fancy
guess
Friend.
Kendra. Yeah,
Kendra can be
this looks
of
weird.
I think what you want is another set of those vertical squigglies. Is this a
Not
bow
a
tie?
cape.
What's happening?
Not a cape. Sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
let's. This stream is unhinged already, so
I mean, we
that
started
just
an hour
you.
late because we
Okay,
couldn't figure out audio, so
listen. I know that you said that it needs another layer of vertical squigglies, but I can assure you it doesn't.
okay, that's fine.
It
Leave it then.
it will start to look like a vagina, and I cannot stop it if we do that. Maybe what it needs is like a seam, and then it like closes or something. I don't know.
That's
This
not
was a
it.
choice that I made that I'm regretting already.
Or you could just delete it. You just clear the whole layer. You can give it a different kind of clothes.
Well, I'm gonna start with the pants then.
See,
Natch.
the thing that I really like about capes is that they just cover the whole shoulder joint
Cover.
area. And the
Yeah.
shoulder is actually a very complicated joint.
Yeah, well, if you draw cartoons, aka beans, just beans, it's not that bad. He has little stick legs.
I know. I was the one who suggested that.
Do these pants look like pants?
They do look like pants.
Does he have okay? Now the real question is, does he have those weird running toe shoes for birds?
Nah, I feel like Kendra here has got some like the real actually no, the real question is do they have this sort of like you know how the ankle joint on birds is higher up on the limb?
Yeah, it's like here.
There's like that backwards ankle.
Yeah,
You don't have to
like
draw it. Just
this,
leave it, honestly.
like a yeah. It's too late. Okay, so they definitely have puffy sleeves, but I should draw the cape. What do the tops of capes look like though? Maybe. See, I really want to do something with like a big collar, but I'm also not good at drawings.
Why are we doing a drawing stream then?
Listen, you know what it's like. I guess I've technically definitely drawn capes before. That's not where that should go.
I
I guess
think
I've.
just leave the high collar out of it, maybe. No,
You
actually, you
don't
know what? I
like the
like
big.
it.
I think this side needs to come in here, though. I think
Yeah,
that's the issue.
yeah.
I'll just we'll just erase that. I think it needs to come in like here,
I
and
think
then we can do the rest.
yeah.
I was gonna draw a big flowing like Superman cape, and I was like,
That ain't it. That ain't the move. This is like a noble person's cape.
yeah, but the arm is out because I hate myself.
It's not too late. It's not too late to get rid of the arm.
But I don't know what to pose this bird as otherwise.
True. What do you think
I
they're
like that you're
explaining right now?
how they make money. Just kidding. No, they're explaining like this is what you need to I feel like it's like an advertisement almost. Like advertising their services to some like rich person,
Oh, like
you
they've
know?
visited the castle and
Yeah, and they're like, these are my
they're they're
services.
explaining their services and why they should hire them as as the castle mystic.
Yeah,
Their
exactly. Do you
in-house
think
castle
belly?
mystic.
Do you think like a belly situation is good?
Burbs have bellies, right?
Most burbs are pretty rond,
Yeah.
honestly. Does the fold make sense to go in the front? Like that way?
Yes.
I don't know. Yes.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
And then this will be covered by the hand when I actually line this all together. There's too many layers, but oops. And then I think this needs to go down actually here. That's the wrong pen. Does that look weird?
Yeah. No, I think that's correct.
Like there, right?
Yeah, I think almost you can make it just, yeah, that's fine.
Or it can fully cover the arm crease. Oh, I see what I did. I'm a dumb bitch. Oops. We'll hold it in. I think this is what needs to happen, right?
Yes, that is what I was trying to figure out how to explain.
Yeah. Okay, that's better.
Like geometrically, that's more correct.
I had to think about it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to show like the front of the cape or not. I'm also using switch to a vector brush on accident. Oops.
Well, if you have a
gotta
vector
do
brush,
some
then
layering.
you can kind of resize it.
Yeah, but this is also my base sketches, so I'm gonna redraw it anyways. I feel like it's got like a deep V. Just kidding. I really want to draw a deep V.
No, you don't.
Don't you want me to?
See, but
Don't you like
realistically,
that?
if there was a deep V on this kenku, there would be cute little feathers poking out of it too, and you don't want to draw that.
You're right. I feel like the shirt needs something else. We'll work on that later.
Yeah, that's a later problem.
Yeah, and then I think this bird. Does this look like a good placement of the beak?
I don't know. I think anatomically it is fine, especially because you've got a cartoon character, right?
Yeah, you're right. I can't draw realistic. I think he's got like one feather sticking up here though, like this situation.
Oh yeah. Love that. A cowlick.
And then eyes. Yeah, like a little cowlick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you know
eyes
that
on birds are so funny. They're kind of in line with the beak. Like you put them a little lower than you think you want to. Yeah.
Pupil?
I think it could be even close. I'm obsessed with this bird. It's actually so cute though.
Pupil?
Of course it needs a pupil. Where else is it gonna see?
But I don't know where to put the pupil. Like here? I think that's the best, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how. Well, if they're explaining their services to the lord or lady of the household, then they
pretend the lord or lady is right here.
They would be looking up at their royal
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Their excellence. I don't know how royal titles work. But they would be sitting upright on like a throne or something.
Here, this is just gonna help me know where to focus. So I think up is good. I think the head is a little misshapen, to be honest. It's a little too
I think the whole thing is leaning forward. Like if you were to canvas flip it right now, you would find that it was leaning towards.
Here, let's do that.
The whole thing. Yeah.
I'm just gonna delete this. Deselect. I don't remember how to canvas flip on here. Is it up here?
No. Yeah, it's up on the settings.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he's leaning. He's got a mean lean to him.
Okay. Something like that. I feel like this is more, right?
Yeah. That's a little closer.
Oh, I should have drawn the hands first before doing that. Oops. Let's do that. No, wrong tool. This is unhinged. Yeah, so what else does this guy do?
Oh, yeah. I was looking at, okay, so one of the most important things about clerics, right, is because clerics are all about the sort of the divine blessing and devotion to the divine in order to get your powers. And so here's the deal. There is a deity of the death domain that is called the Raven Queen. Now, I know that in theory, the Raven Queen is like supposedly the
A
deity of
warlock.
the. No. It's just because that's just because one of our characters was a warlock of the Raven Queen. But the Raven Queen, I guess, is more commonly used for warlocks, but also like her her followers are typically the Shadar-kai, which is like a kind of elf-like variant. Um,
Hmm.
but I think it would work here because the Raven Queen and the fact that this thing is kind of partially a raven really pleases me.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that that would work. I'm gonna draw the feet and then I'm gonna canvas flip and rotate and then I'm gonna do this line work again because it's messy. And I'm gonna hide these. Oops, that's stream egg.
Not Stream Egg coming back for a second.
This one and then I'm gonna rotate this way. Like this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little better like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better
I think
actually.
I think the proportions are okay regardless of
They're
the
actually
weird
okay.
rotating
It was
thing.
just really, really leaned forward.
Yeah, I think I do need to drop this sleeve here. God damn it, I keep choosing the vector brush when I'm not using a vector brush. Okay. I think the sleeve needs to come down here. But I think
Yeah, gravity-wise, that should be correct.
yeah, I think other than that, this is some pretty good, pretty solid line work on my part, honestly.
You should zoom the whole thing in.
Oh, like make this bigger?
Yeah, make it bigger.
Yeah, a fun fact about my QuickTime player is I'm zooming in so it looks big to me, but my QuickTime player is not adjusting, so.
Yeah, I meant
Okay.
like transform it.
Yeah. Okay. So then we're gonna do another. We're gonna finally actually do this lining. What color do you? I never line with black because I don't like it.
Honestly, I do either an all black line work or if I'm gonna do a colored line work, it takes several layers. Because
Well,
then I
I
would
usually do like a dark blue line. That's kind of my
you just do what you gotta
choice.
do, you know?
Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna try and reshape the head a little bit here. Because I think that that's more accurate. Oh, hi, Harold. He's here.
Harold is a cat, just for context, for stream context. Oh, QuickTime has brought back the entire screen. Oh, it's flashing. Oh, that's bad. Okay, you know what? No, it's back to square. Oh, and it's back again to full screen. And now it's back to square again.
I hate
Are you
this.
drawing right now?
No, Harold decided to step all over my keyboard.
Oh, I see.
So I had to move him.
Well, for a
Which
second,
is probably why
QuickTime was back. So maybe there's a keyboard issue. Like maybe you've hit something on the keyboard. I love that this
I don't
Kendra
think I
has
have.
like a beautiful crow mustache above their beak.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to like draw the crow mustache in a way that I like. I think that's it though. Anyways. Cool. Oops.
Also, okay, so I was reading Kenku stats as, preparation for this, and I always thought that Kenku were like really small, like gnome sized.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out they're about 5 feet tall and weigh between 90 and 120 pounds, which basically means they're the same size as us.
Yeah.
That's upsetting, right?
It is upsetting. Okay.
Can you even
wait,
imagine
I
a
think
crow head the size of our head?
our heads are very large too. Just just going to bring this over this way a little bit because I think that's more centered.
I'm impressed by how smoothly you lined that.
I think I have the smoothing up on my.
Even so, it usually takes me a couple of tries.
That's true. I just kind of, at some point, you just gotta give up and do it. I feel like he has a big gem, like right here. She's Kendra, you know, like some sort of fancy lad gem.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. Now we're gonna go in and do the rest of the shirt and the hand. I kind of want to lower this hand so that it's more down here. And so that it doesn't get the weird shirt thing. You know? I don't know if that makes the dimensions weird or not.
No, I think it actually might make the dimensions
make it better.
Because one of the arms is bigger than the other right now.
Shorter. Yeah. So I think something like that is better, right? And then this shirt comes down here. That line's too close. The shirt comes down here. The thumb goes back here.
Love a tangent line in a drawing. Compositional brilliance.
And then I think that this actually needs to come here. Like, widen out that torso. And then this arm comes this way. The sleeve is weird. Why did I draw the sleeve like this? Whatever.
It's a puffy sleeve. It's a puff sleeve.
It's a puffy sleeve.
If you want it to be a puff sleeve, the other side should have more of a sag to it.
Puff.
No. I meant the other sleeve. This is fine too, though. The other sleeve should be fatter if you want that sleeve to be that fat.
Thick. Sorry. I'm not that sorry. I think that's
Are you
better,
ever?
Right? No. That's not better.
That's worse. Decidedly.
What about this?
That's good.
I think this is better.
Yeah, now double down.
What?
I said now double down.
Do I gotta do this side? Like that?
No. Yeah, that's better.
I don't know what you mean by double down, to be honest. What am I doubling down on?
Just never fix your mistakes. That's what I mean by double down.
Ah, yes. Natch. Yeah, and then we're gonna give it cartoon hands because I don't want to draw creepy bird people hands.
You mean horrible human hands? Because that's what this person has.
Yeah, I don't want to draw horrible human hands. Oops. We're gonna make the belt a little bit skinnier so I don't have to deal with the fingers situation and drawing in between the fingers. You know.
I love how this character has scrawny bird legs.
Has what?
Scrawny bird legs.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. I think we also gave it really low strength, right?
Yeah, we gave it really low strength. Strength of 7.
Yeah. So then
I mean, it rolled pretty good stats, right? It has 2 16s, which is quite good for rolled stats, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. So it's got scrawny bird legs, but it does have a massive charisma and wisdom. So, you know, be on the lookout for this one trying to scam near you.
Scam. I feel like it works so well also with the kenku. Like, the rolled character thing is like to help, you know, keep things fun and fresh and not always fall into the tropes thing. But this does actually work really well with the kenku because of the whole mimicry thing and the whole like trickstery vibe. I feel like the charlatan thing really works.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I think that a lot of people don't choose kenkus as their characters, so
I think it's hard to imagine yourself as a horrible bird person.
Imagine
Just kidding,
yourself
I
as a
love
bird.
birds.
I know you do.
I know, I draw mostly
Also,
birds.
yeah, cool. So it's just the eye, and then I might do some texture lines real quick.
Yeah, I mean, in the future, I think we'll have enough time for you to start doing flats and whatnot.
Your sound is cutting in and out for me.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
So, like, I can hear you half the time, but you say sentences and I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, do you think that's a Discord problem or an internet problem or what?
It's probably an internet problem.
Great. Okay, well, hopefully the sound isn't too whack on stream.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 people watching and one of them is me.
Well, there were 3 earlier, so that third
Now it's
person.
2. They were like, ooh,
person
not for me.
I don't know about that.
That one's weird. I don't like this.
Is it 'cause
Maybe it was streaming.
Maybe it was because we kept talking about how this bird has horrible people hands.
It does have horrible people hands, but I made them cartoons so you didn't have to look at them. You're welcome.
Anyways, the thing that I was saying earlier was that in the future we'll have more time to let you like do things in terms of like flats and textures and stuff, but we just started so late because of the audio issues. Oh my god, Kitty.
He's here. Okay. So I don't have time to do any flats because you should start scene, right?
Oh my god, yes, I really should. Okay, let's switch over to mine. Wow. Okay, here we go. So I was thinking I would do a scene of it doing Kendra here doing like a seance or something. Not that I know what a seance looks like. I think there's like hand holding, which I don't want to do right now. I think I'm just gonna draw like a tarot table. And then just like a bird friend sitting behind it.
Yeah. This is so mean, but I really want you to draw a front-facing bird.
No, I'm not drawing a front-facing bird. You know very well that I'm not drawing a front-facing bird. I don't think a single one of these kenku drawings is front-facing. And that's because that's quite challenging. I'm wondering how much stylistically how much space I want the beak to take up. Because yours was actually kind of a smaller beak, I feel like. Do we think that?
To be fair,
I was going to say, what do we think Kendra's call to adventure was? Because as like a D&D character, this feels like a pretty plum gig already that they have going on for them. So like,
yeah.
what makes them set out in the first place? Like, what makes them go looking for adventure or like an adventuring party?
I mean, there's always the classic, like, they slighted the wrong person or they tricked the wrong person. But I almost wonder, since they're a cleric, if, like, during one of their reads, the Raven Queen or whoever their deity is, like, actually speaks to them instead of them, like, trying to speak to the undead. The Raven Queen's like, psych! You know? And it's like, go retrieve something for me, or, like, I guess clerics don't necessarily have that relationship with their deities all the time, but it's like, I feel like it would be in the midst of them trying to reach out to someone's deceased to like trick that person into giving them money. The Raven Queen like interferes and is like, you have a holy quest, like go do XYZ thing for me, you know?
I wonder if I feel like a classic feature of like a castle story is like the teenage sort of child of the wealthy family or the royal family that is like in their rebelling phase where they don't want to be they don't want to be the cool rich kid anymore. You know, a la Jasmine and
Mm,
Aladdin, where she like pops out of
y-
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting.
and maybe that's part of their crew. Like I'm trying to fill out the adventuring party here.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely part of their crew. Maybe, honestly, maybe they're the one who like came and did the reading, you know,
Hmm.
when the Raven Queen was like, by the way, the I don't know. I feel like the kingdom is in danger is always a good one. Or like if we really wanted to lean into this like Jasmine Aladdin situation, it could be the one guy, what's his name?
Jafar.
Jafar. It could be like, oh, there's unrest in the palace, or there's unrest amongst the nobles, and like there's someone evil, but I don't know who it is, but I know that they exist, you know?
Yeah, I guess like then it's like, okay, how much do we want this bird friend to be invested in the castle's business? Like, are they sort of like a traveling mystic, or is it like they found the one castle that they really like, and now they're like, now they've doubled
I
down on
think
it?
I don't know if it's that they like the castle, but they could be just like really well established in the town, you know?
Like they've got a
Like
reputation already, so what's the point in
they've
moving
got a
on?
reputation and they're older and like they don't want to relocate.
Yeah, they're cozy. They've established themselves in the town. Gonna give them a big old gem.
Yeah.
What do gems look
Yeah.
like?
Oh no, I just drew a circle.
True. This outfit is not going to be the same.
This outfit's not gonna be the same. You don't like um high collar cape. Uh yeah, I mean, who else would be in their adventuring party? I feel like it's them, the rich kid. There's probably some sort of knight or like fighter protector kind of
God, yeah.
archetype in that group.
Maybe like a paladin that is suspicious of their behavior and wants to keep an eye on them. You know, like
Yeah, that
a
could be
paladin
good.
of another deity that's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm copying your
I
cartoon
see you have
hands.
exposed arms.
I know. I'm having regret already. The sleeves are going on. This is unacceptable. I should have thought a more aggressive cape.
That's always the it's always the way I feel.
The thing that I love most about capes as a clothing item is that it's the easiest version of draped cloth, right? Like, it's the easiest one to draw.
Oh, for sure. It's
Because it's
just one
basically
big
just a
blob.
sheet, yeah. Whereas, like, clothing is quite complicated drawing the drapery of it all.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm thinking, like, with their cleric powers, they probably do some, like some thaumaturgy or something, or they have, like, a little bit of,
Yeah.
like a bit of a magic
Thaumaturgy and then
situation
mimic.
going on.
Yeah.
Um, Why is its torso so wide? This torso is too wide. Hold on. Oh man, I've really goofed on the proportions of this.
Getting swole, going to the gym. I love the general magic lines too. I think they're really good.
Thank you. This is this is a stylized drawing that explains the proportions issues, right? Okay. What do you think needs to be at a séance? Like some cards? Some tarot.
Big crystal ball so you can cover most of the table.
Oh, you don't
And some
like
tarot cards.
my poorly drawn perspective tarot cards?
That last one there, real skinny. I feel like you need some like candles, you know?
For sure,
I
candles
feel like
are
that's
coming
an
in.
important part of the ambiance.
The ambiance. Oh God, how do you draw a stack of cards? That's
You
that's
don't?
just a bar of soap that I've just drawn.
I was gonna say it's an ice cream sandwich.
Nah, sandwiches have more layers than bars of soap. Okay, you know what? That's acceptably bad. Okay. Where does a crystal ball fit into this picture?
I was gonna say foreground, you could just do a little curve, you know?
Oh, like a. I don't like
Like
that.
there's an implication of a crystal ball. Oh,
Did you see the crystal ball show up and then disappear?
yeah. There's a need to be one. I just think it would be funny.
Not just one fatter candle.
Yeah, that could be the candles side, and then I feel like on the other side of the table, you could probably put something else, but I don't know what that would be.
Just
Low-key,
like
just like a big bag of cash.
no,
Oh, a crystal.
just the candles again, I think.
Just the candles again?
Yeah,
You don't want to get fancy?
no. No, I don't. I think we could put some coins on the table.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, how do you draw coins in perspective?
Poorly?
Just some coins here to indicate they've been paid. But also I feel like, like coins I feel like are like also kind of a mark of chance the way that things like cards and whatnot are. Okay, my Apple Pencil has stopped responding. Come on. Oh no, Procreate, this is not the time. Oh, neat, fresco frizz.
Love that for us.
The perfect continuation of the stream. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the starting scene screen so that I can futz around here. Wow, a really auspicious start to our streaming career, I would say.
We're doing really well.
And just crushing it on so many levels. Okay, she's back. Yeah. Is it time for a canvas flip?
Oh, buddy. Canvas flip. Canvas flip.
It's not horrible, actually.
That's
I
actually
think
pretty good.
I think we
I think
also
this.
have a rotation problem here. Mild though.
Yeah.
Some
That,
of
yeah.
some of my best canvas flip work, honestly. Okay, we're gonna start. We gonna start the line work. Okay, the most foreground item in this picture.
Oh, are you doing different colors?
Yeah, regrettably.
This is very bold of you.
I know.
Immediate redraw.
Oh my god, why can't I draw this circle?
Circles are hard, to be fair.
Okay, there we go. All right. Wait, okay, so we got interrupted speaking about the party composition.
What?
The party composition.
Oh, yes. Okay, so it's definitely like this old bird. And by old bird, it's probably like what is 16 old for kenku? I don't remember.
They live
It's
to
an old bird.
60.
Okay, so this is like a bird in their 40s, I think. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're like well established. They have this like hustling career. Feel like they've been in the kingdom for like at least 10 years, so they're like known by everybody. And then I feel like it's the teenage like teenage daughter or whatever of a noble person. I don't know if we're doing
Or
full monarchy.
yeah. I don't really know how the monarchy works, but we could do a full monarchy.
Oh, he's back.
I feel like
um
maybe this is just because I'm scared of them, but I do feel like teenagers are always rogues.
sorry, you cut out.
Oh, okay. I was just saying that this might be because I'm simply afraid of them, but I do feel like teenagers are always rogues.
Okay, you keep cutting out and I don't know what the rest of the sentence.
No.
Is it about teen girls or just teenagers in general?
Just teenagers in general, always being rogues.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate this jewel that I've just drawn. It's going away now.
That's why you just draw a circle.
Yeah, it's gonna be a circle jewel. I can't do this right
It's a
now.
circle. Yeah, so it's definitely like this cleric. I feel like a lot of people don't know that this Kenku is a cleric. I think a lot of them assume that they're a warlock because of their
Their
ability
powers.
to speak to the dead. Yeah. And the Raven Queen is like an established like patron in D&D canon. It's like in one of the books or the player handbook or whatever. So I feel like a lot of people assume that they're a warlock, but they're actually a cleric. Then it's the teenager. I like the idea of the teenager though thinking that they're a rogue, but they're definitely not. Do you know what I mean? Like they think they're being really
Oh
sneaky,
my god, yes, that's so
but they're
funny.
actually just like a fighter. They're actually just like a fighter.
They want to be cool and edgy the way teens are.
Yeah. And then I think there's the paladin who's like,
Who's like the Raven Queen, like this Raven Queen warlock business is completely unholy.
yeah, exactly. They're like, it's unholy. And like, I think, again, don't realize that this Kenku, Kendra the Kenku, is indeed actually a cleric.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because also Kendra the Kenku is inherently suspicious, just because of their
Yeah.
whole like speaking with the dead thing. Like, if you're a
Yeah.
non-believer, you're just like, where did this adventurer come from? What are they doing here? Okay,
Yeah,
so now that they've
exactly.
got their party together, though, I wonder if the Raven Queen called them to adventure, or if it was more like somebody from Kendra's past is back and is like, "Hey, you fleeced my kingdom of a bunch of money."
Yeah. Your sound is really, really cutting out.
God, why though?
I
It
don't know.
it was
I'm like
working
seeing the little.
for so long.
Yeah. Sorry, he was on the stove.
No worries, Harold.
Yes. Sometimes he tried to lick to stove, and I'm like, no. Anyways, call to adventure.
Yeah, like the Duke from the previous kingdom is like, hey, what?
Oh, yeah, they like visited and they're like, oh, wait, no. This one scammed me out of a lot of money.
Right, exactly. And then maybe the king or the queen or whatever of this kingdom is like, to prove to me that you are legit, you need to go do this.
Yeah. And I'll send like someone to make sure that you're not doing anything nasty, which is, paladin castle guard or whatever some sort of kingdom guard, and then I feel like the teenager sneaks out.
Yeah, the teenager sneaks out because they just think it's going to be a cool adventure.
Okay, but what if the teenager and the kenku have like an existing relationship and friendship,
Yeah.
you know? And the teen like kind of knows that the kenku is scamming everybody, but is like so into it that they're scamming everybody, you know?
Yeah, they like want to be the Kenku. They want to be Kendra's apprentice.
Yeah, they want to be Kendra's apprentice, and their parents are like, no, you have to learn how to manage people or whatever.
Manage the kingdom.
And Kendra's like fully like, this is how you hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah. We love a good hustler.
What color do we think their cape and shirt are?
Hmm. Honestly, I would stay in like the purpley tones, right? The purple navy-ish kind of situation.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking also.
It's spooky, but also regal.
Yeah, purple's like a royal color, right?
Yeah, because the pigment was expensive, so it's therefore royal colors.
Some things never change throughout history. Class being one of them. No, I want that line on a different layer.
Are you doing clothing folds? This is so bold.
It's compulsive at this point. Also, you literally had clothing folds on the pants that you drew just now.
I had like 3. This is way more than 3 clothing folds. I would never.
That's so funny. Look, sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes your brain compels you. Also, I just have no idea how to draw on like a time scale. I assume we'll get better at it, and that this is gonna be our most possessed stream.
It is pretty possessed.
It's really possessed and generally inauspicious the way that it started.
Yeah. Well, we tried.
We really did,
I do.
though. We
Yeah.
logged on early and everything in an attempt to make it work, and then it just decided not. But I was reading online, I think a lot of people actually have trouble with Streamlabs and the audio mixing. So, which I didn't realize at the time. And I also like didn't fully understand the difference between Streamlabs and OBS.
That's fair.
Okay, that's more than enough fabric lines.
I feel like the cape is the one like really nice piece of clothing they have. Like they got the jewel and everything, and like it's like a really rich velvet, and then their clothes is their actual clothes under the cape is like whatever the cheapest fabric is.
Peasant clothes.
Peasant clothes.
I'm making it the same color as their body.
That's chill.
And I'm making the sleeves a little puffier than you had them. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can mirror that now. Dang it. Oh man, I've made this much harder for myself.
Is it on a different layer? Can you not just copy paste the arm?
Look, my pride, okay?
Nah. Who needs pride when you have the flip tool?
True. Actually, clerics are my favorite class, I think. I think they're so fun. I love that they've got that like built-in story about them in terms of like like they are very much tied to the god that blesses them with magic.
Yeah.
And also they're so powerful. Like you can make a really sort of tanky damage dealing cleric, and you can also keep the rest of your party in line by like rationing healing. Like if somebody does something that you don't like, you can just be like, okay, you can be dead for a couple more turns. I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like I should have implemented that when I was playing a healer, but I did not.
Yeah, you should have because the chaos was very real.
Yeah. And then I didn't get to do any of my fun druid spells, so, you know.
Yeah, you should have just skipped healing and done the fun druid spells. But you live and you learn.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Twas my first time playing, so.
I don't know how fabric folds around the armpit area, so we're just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
They
Why
probably
draw more
bulked.
fabric folds when you can just not?
They probably, in my mind, they bulk bought uh this beautiful purpley velvet fabric, and they made their like tablecloth out of it too,
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
very budget, very efficient. God, drawing a single long smooth line is so trying.
I think that's good, actually.
Yeah, that one looks good. I think everything else needs to be rotated though, tragically. Oh God, I've really goofed here. Okay, let me separate this out into a different layer. God, really getting a peek behind the curtain of my drawing process, huh? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be free-handing these horrible human hands on this bird.
That's okay. The horrible human. I just. Listen. I guess Aarakocras also have horrible human hands, too.
I was
They just
thinking
also.
about giving our kenku friend here like fake wings as part of the charlatan thing, but then I was like, nah.
I feel like the fake wings only come out when they're like. I don't know.
I feel like they
I
might make a
guess.
pair of fake wings for their adventure. For like
Yeah.
if there's like any places that are like, oh, kenkus are bad or whatever.
Yeah. I think these are good, horrible human hands.
Thank you, thank you. I want to connect up the lines a little bit. Okay, and then there needs to be Another layer under here for the cape. My unhinged explosion of layers is happening right now, in case you couldn't tell.
There's so many layers.
I know. Well, that's how I draw every time I draw. Which is why fresco is always so slow when I'm using it. It's like, why are you doing this to me? Mom, why?
Why are you doing this to me?
Which, like, I relate to that energy.
Yeah, this is true.
I think back on the topic of clerics, because I love talking about clerics and playing clerics. It's just the best class. I believe that clerics of the grave get this special feature where you can cast spare the dying as a bonus action, which is huge because I had spare the dying as a cleric the time that I played a cleric most recently, and but it's not one that I ever used because it's normally an entire action. So for context, spare the dying is a spell that lets you automatically just stabilize somebody who's making death saving throws without having to spend one of your spell slots to heal them, which is actually pretty big. Especially if you're like running low on spell slots and you guys still need to get out of a hairy situation. But the problem with that is that having to spend a whole action when you can do a lot of damage is kind of a problem as a cleric, I feel.
Yeah. This is also good because you have a range of 30 feet on Spare the Dying as a Grave Cleric.
Yeah, instead of having to roll up and touch them.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you have to go and touch someone who's dying, it's like they're probably surrounded by enemies.
There's so many fun brushes. I recently discovered the downloadable brushes in Fresco, and I've just been having so much fun with like effect brushes.
Effect brushes? Wait,
Yeah.
so do you have to like find them or can you just like download them?
I mean, you have to find them, but there's like lots of things to download. Like there's a bunch of these Kyle brushes, which I think he has Photoshop brushes too.
What are they?
I'm obsessed with them. One of them is this manga brush that is not currently fitting well onto my composition because of how difficult it is to compose.
Oh, I see. In the manga brushes area.
Yeah. Okay, let me just delete this sketch layer. Not delete, but erase. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
It needs to come down this way. That's fine. Yeah. Outside of bounds, something, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here we go. Like, watch. Look how good those manga effect lines are.
Those are very good.
I'm obsessed with this brush. I'll clean that up in post, but that's the magic. I'm obsessed with this character, actually. It's so cute.
This burb.
Yeah, it's so cute though, Like I do really like the idea of a little mystic bird that's like tricking people, a little trickster bird. Canvas
It is really good.
Back on that neurotic. My neuroses is back.
When is it gone?
Never. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for right now, and I'll add some details. I'll add some details offline because I think that we should end on time, even though we started extremely late. And next time, yeah, but next time I think we can maybe get in some more time to like actually add colors and start doing detail work and stuff, which is awesome. Like the line work actually didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it would.
Yeah. No. Line work is, if you have a goal in mind, I feel like you can do it pretty fast. The problem is when you don't have an idea and then you start drawing and then it's like, what?
This is true. All right, incredible. Well, with that, I guess we'll see the internet next week. Shout out to the one person that watched us occasionally during this time. It was awesome. So I hope
great.
Yeah. And we will, I guess, peek behind the curtain. We're gonna roll ahead of time and then have the stats available at the time. Although, yeah, this time it didn't go so well because of stream technical difficulties. But I think that's it.
I think
Bye.
so too. Bye.